Guys, thanks for tuning in today. This is Straight to the Point podcast, and it's Kane.
This is your boy Young Cupid.
And today is going to be episode 8. And we talking about motherfucking sheep today. And not the furry niggas. Not the fluffy niggas. I'm talking about you niggas. And you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because either you're a follower or you're a leader. And
Wolf or sheep. Yes.
And in this society, we got too many fucking followers in this bitch. It's very unfortunate in my opinion because I know a lot of you niggas saying, you don't like how your life's going or you don't like how this world is shaping and shit like that.
Nobody wants to do anything about it.
Exactly. If you want the world to change, guess what? Just like Michael Jackson said, the change starts with you, bruh.
Be the change you want to see. Shout out to Ramon Frankie Ferrer for that one. That's a saying by Buddha. Or no, I'm retarded. It's from who is it? Malcolm X, I think? Be the change you want to see?
Maybe. A lot of niggas say that shit, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think whatever. Anyway, shout out to Ramon for that one.
I think it would be pretty nice to have Josh on this episode. I feel like he has some shit to say, but...
Josh, if you're listening to this, I hate you.
But yeah, back to what we were saying, like... Change starts with you. That's eventually how shit would change and fucking, I don't know. I feel like if you have a problem with something, you should do something about it. I feel like how negative this world is, like we said before, you let out a positive part of yourself and allow the world to get influenced by what the fuck you have to offer and shit like that.
Just so many people are unhappy. They're just trying to follow a wave.
It's like, yeah, like, why can't you just be yourself, man? Why?
Be your own king and queen.
Exactly. You're at least I'm assuming most of our listeners are adults, and by this time you should, have an idea of who you are and what you like to do in life, and be willing to pursue what the fuck you want to do instead of like listening to everyone else around you. Like, fulfill your goals. Like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy to me how you niggas
trying to be someone else.
Yeah, it's like, why?
Like you were saying, like, with like music, even our podcast, like, we were just talking about this before. Like, people were so excited to see what we had to release. They saw what it was, hopped on the first episode, and just dipped out. And we see it in the likes, the views, the comments, all that. You know what I mean? And then once it goes popping again, like whatever, like, once we blow up, because I always say we're confident we're gonna blow up. Then they're gonna rewrite back, and that's like, that's a sheep. You're prey. The world eats people like you.
Exactly. They fucking consume you. They take advantage of you guys. Like, and we're not trying to talk shit to you guys and talk down to you guys because you're not listening to our episodes.
Yeah, I don't really care.
It's just we're looking at the character of how you potentially can be.
Like because your boy's listening, you're gonna listen. Because he or she doesn't listen, now you're not listening.
Like, it's very unfortunate to see that when someone's not popping, even though they're releasing quality content, or they're really talking that shit just because they don't have 10,000 followers and they ain't getting millions of views, y'all ain't with it.
And those are the same.
Do you guys not respect the process? Is that what it is? Do you guys think shit happens overnight like that?
Yeah. Well, for example, like, Russ, like he spent, I think he said 10 years making beats and music until he finally popped off. Like last year, I think was his first year with What They Want. I think that's the song made him blow. Mm-hmm. And like people don't recognize that. They just recognize that song. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with, like, that's how people view everything. And it's stupid because they're the same people that complain about how everything's so fucked up, but you're following a hierarchy system created by probably someone younger than you, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of likes and stuff, they come from people younger, like what they now call like clout chasers. That's just what it is. It's just, I hate that word. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I'm assuming everyone who's listening does.
It's like, I don't know, like, you try to get their bread up and shit like that, so you just do whatever they can to do that shit.
That's why people always say just work in silence, you know what I mean? Like, we just work, but like, that's what people don't understand. So like, bodybuilders too, you see videos of them train, but you don't see the hours they put in, the diet, the like restriction they put,
See, I think a big issue is like how people perceive things negatively. Like, they probably look at it like, oh, we're just releasing this podcast, so like, we just want to get shit popping. But the thing is, it's a win-win situation for both of us. We're putting our time into something to provide for you guys that you guys can also enjoy. We want you to like we're releasing like quality content to try and speak new life into you for you guys to change your perspective at the same time. It's like we have knowledge to drop for you guys, and you guys can receive that knowledge and use it to, you know, talk to someone else and give them that same information so they can evolve and become something different. Like
facts. And we're even asking for people if they want a voice to come on, you know, because we're always open to new.
Exactly. It's not all about us. Yeah, it's about it's a whole community we're trying to create.
And we've already received good
feedback. And
shit. Great feedback from people saying they like it. People want to hop on, but it's like to the people who are just scrolling past. Like, yeah, I hate, like, I don't care if you don't like us, but if you don't like us but haven't given us like a chance, you know, like,
yeah,
the first episode, like we said, it was solely based on entertainment. But when you like, if you look at the topics we covered already, like
some real shit,
like not many people have covered them. You know, like maybe they have, but I think the topics that we're doing, they're different. We're not going to talk about how Tekashi 6ix9ine in jail. Why? Because everyone else is doing that, you know? We're not going to talk about how fucking Cardi B threw her fucking shoe at Nicki Minaj, because that's pointless. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, we're in, like, not news. Like, I don't like talking about other people because I'm not a fucking judgmental nigga. Like,
that's what sheep are doing. They're doing it.
Like, I don't care what Cardi B has to do. I care about what I have to do in my life to succeed and shit like that. Yeah. If they want to throw shoes at each other, good for them. I can't chase what the fuck they want to do. That's their life. Like, they're grown as people.
Yeah.
If they want their life to be different or some shit, they know what to do about it.
Like, this is entertainment, but it's not that type of entertainment. Like, I don't know. I feel like people are just, they're trying to follow, like, people love drama. You know, it's like humans, we're attracted to drama.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like some people are just so extra. Like, they really just feed off of issues and problems. You know what I mean?
Like, they kind of look at it, like, as entertainment.
But sometimes, like, it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes some issues are, like, they're kind of entertaining. But, like, a lot of the things I've seen people follow is just, I personally don't understand why. You know? Like,
yeah.
What's so amusing about it? That's what I'm, like, I don't know.
Like, I guess an example for me is, like, when I don't know. I know niggas like watching fights, but I don't like watching fights at all because I feel like if we want to strive to be a better society, we shouldn't be fighting at all. We should be able to talk through things and shit like that.
Kane is for the people.
Like, if we want to be as a better society, we should be progressing to something better. That's always been our goal. That's why we value the Industrial Revolution and shit like that. We make these steps toward, getting higher technology and shit like that. Like, in grass, we're doing a good job at progressing, cars and shit like that as a species. The fuck are we really doing? I feel like we've been, recycling the same bullshit over and over. We keep following the crowd. We keep not, going through the same thing of negative bullshit. You keep fucking smoking weed all the fucking time instead of knowing when to stop. You keep drinking to solve your problems when in reality your problems are not going to be solved through drinking.
Drinking might be your problem. like,
be that nigga to break that cycle, because then you'll be helping the next generation, your next generation of kids, so they don't have to be drinking to solve their problems.
You know what's crazy though? Like, you don't understand. Like, people, they're afraid to be different because obviously no one wants to be like, judged, bullied, and all that. But they admire everyone who's like realistic. Everyone who's successful now was always that different person.
Yeah, you guys look up to the people.
That's why they're famous, because they're different. They provided something that someone else isn't. Yeah, like, so many people right now with music are following, like, they're trying to sound like the Migos, Lil Uzi, and it was cool for them because they started it. But now everyone wants to sound like them, and that's just not how it works. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna get popping like that. That's just straight up.
That's why even with your music's different. Fucking Zeus's music is different. Brandon's music, like, you know what I mean? It's not the vibe that everyone's used to, and that's what blows up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how you create your own.
Like, that's why Tekashi blew up. It's just no one did it like him. Exactly. He literally just. Everyone can hate all they want, but he created a new type of a new. I don't want to say genre, but a new vibe. Mm-hmm. Like, he made you just amp. Like, that's what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lyrically, I mean, I'm not like I like his music, but lyrically he sucks. Like, half his songs he doesn't really say anything, but it's different. You know what I mean?
The thing is, you gotta understand, he's not trying to be a lyrical artist.
He's not. He's just doing him. That's it. Like, that's everyone. Everyone just has to do them, and doing them is what makes you. It's gonna make you. Everyone's different. Everyone's just trying to be someone they're not, and it's like.
That's what makes you special, is when you be who the fuck you really are, and people can recognize who you are, and they could appreciate you.
Because people could read, like, especially people like me and you, and like even everyone like that. We could like read vibes and energy. You know what I mean? You could tell when someone's not being themselves, and it's just like. It doesn't make you like an asshole. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just kind of makes you like, why can't you accept who you are? You know what I mean? Everyone changes though throughout the life. You know what I mean? But
as an adult, when you're able to understand how a person is, or we can tell the difference between fiction and nonfiction, that's how you know you have an understanding of life. It's basically what's right and wrong. You know, how you should act, how you should operate, and shit like that. And if you don't have those basics as a human being, and you're just distracted by all this fuck shit, it's gonna mess you up mentally. Because like you're just following the wrong path. If you have a strong mind, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Ain't nothing stopping you besides you. Fuck these niggas saying, bro. Ain't nothing stopping you because of you.
Even a follower, like for example, like our other episode we did, a school necessary. A lot of the people who go, like, it's not. I don't want to call them sheep, you know, but they've listened to what people have said, you know. Yeah. They let other people dictate their perspective of how they perceive success, and like what they perceive as right or wrong. You know what I mean? It's a standard, and it sucks because if you're like, I don't want to say anything bad about people's parents because that's disrespectful, but like if your parents are the type to, they put something in your head because that's how they want you to be. Yeah. I think that's really messed up because that's how you grow to be then. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like 8 out of 10 times, that's all they're gonna know. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say it's their fault, but it is their fault because they once you get older, you have to realize you have your own standards. You know, and you can't ride a wave someone else has. You know, you can't ride a wave in someone else's ocean. Yeah. Yo, that's a quote right there. That's a quote, yo. You can't be a wave in someone's ocean. Yo, anytime you use that, yo, quote Young Cupid, bro. Cause that's some real shit. Oh man.
Let's make some t-shirts, bro.
That's a vibe right there. Don't be a wave in someone's ocean. You gotta be your own. You gotta be your own island. Fucking yeah.
You gotta be your own ocean, bro. Fuck the Atlantic, fuck the Indian Ocean. You can be a motherfucker.
You gotta be Carl's Ocean, Jake's Ocean, Sarah's Ocean, whatever the fuck you mean.
You gonna be making your own waves, bruh. Or girl.
Honestly. But like, I think even waves, like, you know, for anybody who doesn't know what a wave is a trend. You know, if you're part of our older crowd, yeah, you know,
or maybe you're too young, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you just don't know. Maybe you're just not from. Maybe Jersey's the only fucking place that says, I don't know. But,
I don't think so. But.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But a wave is a trend. So what we're saying is people who follow trends. But like, you know what's crazy? Like, even with clothing, like Kanye, you know how he has like the ripped holes as like, you know, if someone else did that wasn't him, people would have hated on him. Mm-hmm. And that's what doesn't make sense to me.
It's like the niggas that are accepted by like society, they could get away with whatever they want.
Honestly, like you look at the shit, you're like, damn, I could just buy a shirt and start poking it up. Yeah. And I could have made that. But it's different. Like I said, that's different. That's why it blew up.
I also want to say, like, I understand the struggle of like always hearing different voices coming at you, trying to change your mind and shit like that. Trust me, we've been there. It's just we broke through that bullshit. We understand that just because a nigga, you know, thinks they know what's best for you or they claim to know what's best for you that's not really the truth. Like, have faith in yourself, man. You know what's best for you. You know what the fuck you want. Don't we listen to these other niggas? Don't let them dictate how the fuck your life should be.
Everyone has that voice. Everyone has that knowledge of what they want to do. Definitely.
Don't fall into that trap, bro. Don't be a fucking sheep. Be a goat, nigga. You finna be great.
Be a goat. Be a wolf. Be a fucking T-Rex. Just don't be the prey that the society eats up.
Exactly. That's how you, like I said, you get taken advantage of. You get looked down upon because they don't give you the respect that you're supposed to get because you don't even respect yourself because you be doing what the fuck other niggas tell you to do. Ain't right. That ain't you.
Like, if you gotta act like a sheep to support you being a wolf, like, for example, if you have to work to support your painting habits, music habits, like, if you have to work a 9 to 5 to support you opening up that business, then yeah, do it, but you can't stop, like, you know, you can't stop riding your own wave just for someone else's. Telling you can't be a wave in someone's ocean, yo.
Remember when y'all was preaching YOLO the whole time? You only got one life to live? Remember that shit? Y'all understand it. You know what the fuck it was about. So if this is your one life to live, then live it how the fuck you want. You got one. That's it. The fuck you
want to be great and get stuck in. That's all you got to do.
If you want to be a fucking, I don't know, a movie star or whatever anything involved with entertainment business. If you want to be that doctor, whatever the fuck, just do what the fuck you want to do. It's as simple as that.
And you know what it is like how do we even like how can we help them like find if they're their own like. But how can you tell someone you're a sheep? You know what I mean? Like, how do you look at someone and tell they're a sheep? Like for me, I could read energy.
Yeah.
But for someone who can't, like how can they realize either they are the sheep or they're with someone who's?
I guess like when I feel like you get to know someone when you like talk to them or you see how they react to other people or interact with people. Like if they just agree with everything they say and shit like that. If like they don't speak their mind often or you see them following trends. I don't know. Like for me. I noticed that a lot with music. It's people that listen to the same music as the next person and shit like that. I notice they always follow what the fuck is going on in society. They don't like have a mind of their own. That's what I realized. Like me, I don't listen to what the fuck niggas listen to at all.
You definitely don't, Kane.
And like just knowing like that's the type of character I am. Like I don't follow what the other people are doing. It follows with everything else I do in life. I don't ever do what the fuck anyone else is doing. It may happen to be that we both listen to the same song. But just know that the reason I'm listening to the song is because I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
there's something
not because someone else is...
there's something in it that I find entertaining, that it engages me. Like basically, everything I do in life, it has some type of appeal to me. If I'm not doing it, it's because either I never experienced it yet. Or I just don't fuck with it.
I don't know how people can listen to music they don't like. I listen to all music. I have a very big variety of music I like, but because we're talking about music.
I guess another thing is like when I listen to music, I don't listen to it for just the beat like other people do. I get it for certain people in their life. I kind of look at it like this: the music is kind of like the background noise for them. It's kind of like when you're watching a movie and you hear the music in the background.
Yeah, that hypes it up or it makes it scary. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not even talking about like it providing the theme for what's going on. It's like the person is just going through the course of their life right now while that shit's in the background. Like it's kind of like some people don't value music like how I look at music is basically what I'm saying. Like I like the message in it and shit like that.
The lyrics. You're a lyrical person. You listen to the lyrics rather than the beat.
No, I listen to it both. I appreciate it both for what they are, but I don't like I said, it's not background music to me. It's actually a part of me.
I feel you. There is definitely for me, because we're talking about music, like there's some songs where like I listen to it and it speaks to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't listen to that music all the time only because I don't want to be thinking about all that. Like, depending where I'm going, like if we're getting ready, for example, to go out or something like that, I'll listen to music that's just gonna
hype you up and shit.
Yeah. But if I'm listening to music, for example, for the gym or something like that, like, you're gonna listen to music that either speaks to you or just, it hits you in a certain way. You know what I mean? I guess it depends what you're doing, but like, I guess if you're really trying to listen to music, like if I'm trying to listen to music, like for the lyrics, J. Cole, Eminem, I like T Grizzly. I feel like if you listen to his songs, you hear a lot. Lil Wayne, a couple.
Yeah.
I could think of more, but that's who. If I'm talking about lyrics, at least that, that's where I'm going to.
But yeah, like I feel like when I get to like people's cars and shit like that, and I hear that they're listening to the music that's popping right now, like it shows like what the fuck, bro? See,
you're saying it shows someone's like character.
Yeah, like how they're like unoriginal with it. Like they're just, like I said, they're going around as like the shit that's popping right now instead of just finding exactly what appeals to them. Like,
but like, what if some of the like, I agree with you, but I disagree in the sense like the people you listen to, whoever your go-to artists are. For example, Eminem.
Yeah.
At one time, he was the person on the radio all the time. You know what I mean? So
the difference is that. When most niggas, like, when niggas talk about Eminem, he's popping regardless, like.
But at the time, I'm saying, like, I agree with what you're saying. I agree a lot of people listen to music like, they might not like the song, but they listen to it because it's around. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, like, we gotta think about it both ways, because, like, some people, some things that you see in the radio, for example, Drake, like, he's a legend, realistically, you know what I mean? Like, in the music industry.
But, like, when people call him a legend, like, I hear the same shit over and over again, which aggravates me. It's like, they don't understand the artist of why he is a legend. They say he's a legend because he's always on the radio. He always has hits. But guess what?
He's a different type of dude. Like,
but that's usually what I hear. Like, I don't hear niggas actually saying like, oh, it's because he introduced a new sound and became popping off that. because he has.
That's what I'm talking about. When I say he's different, that's what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, but you understand that most people when they just say that
you're saying, they base it off the numbers. Is what you're saying.
They always talk about the shit that everyone else already knows.
Okay.
But if you actually understand the culture of hip hop, that's not what the fuck makes them a legend. It adds a little bit more to it.
Yeah, because it's
obviously they carry some value, carry some weight. But when you become a legend, it's because you're doing something different. You weren't being a.
There's a reason every song he makes is a hit. Like almost like if he drops a single, they're always a hit.
Yeah,
it's different. Whether he has ghostwriters or not, his voice, his way of carrying himself is different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like he's just his own dude. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's everyone. That's every like. Or you gotta. I don't know. I feel like people don't respect, like we were talking about earlier, process. Mm-hmm. Like him making that music, picking this, like he picks his beat or whatever. Like it's all calculated. I feel like people just don't think with everything.
I feel like he might have rolled waves too.
Him?
Yeah.
He definitely. I feel like he had a point where he was, because you gotta think that he was young when he was first put on. He went from being the dude who was paralyzed in Degrassi to this. Yeah. There's always gonna be a point where I'm sure he didn't know what to do, so he rode a wave, but then he created a new sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
But the only thing that makes him, no, you know what I'm gonna take that back. He's definitely his own person, because when I hear a beat without hearing who's singing it, I could tell it's Drake. Mm-hmm. There's like most of the time, like if you listen to his album, the newest one that he just dropped, if you listen to each song and you think about it, you could I could always tell that's Drake. That's a beat he's about to be on.
Yeah, because he uses the same producer.
But especially with Eminem too, I can always tell it's an Eminem beat. Like if it's a song I never heard, it's just based on the beat, like the chorus, everything. I could tell it's Eminem.
Yeah,
they just all have their own vibe. But just think about Drake, his is more modern. I want his is more keeping up with the trends, but I could always tell it's him.
Yeah, I guess.
Like if you think about Eminem, Eminem would never use half these beats. I'm not saying he can't fuck them up. He could probably fuck some shit up on them, but he never does.
Yeah, it just doesn't appeal to him.
Yeah, it doesn't fit his own image of who he is. You know what I mean?
Trying to go for it.
Yeah. I feel that's what people like with everything. Like this podcast it's a different vibe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be like Joe Budden podcast or the Breakfast Club and stuff like that. We're trying to be.
We're just who the fuck we are. Yeah,
us. Like that's it. And I feel like that maybe not now, maybe not a year from now, maybe not even 10 years, but eventually someone's gonna recognize we're us. Yeah. And that's it. That's all we need. That's all she wrote.
That's why I'm not stressing about the quality of this podcast, because I know we have a quality podcast. We ain't doing no bullshit. We ain't saying no dumb shit. We're just being ourselves, and eventually we're bound. We're gonna come across someone that's gonna value us and put us out there. It's bound to fucking happen as long as we keep continuing to do this.
That's why I keep telling you, just I don't want to say hop on the wave, but just support the kids. Before it's too late.
You wouldn't even support us. At least you're listening. We get something out of it. You get something out of it. Like I said, we try to drop some knowledge. You could receive that knowledge and expand your mind. Do what the fuck you want to do with it. Talk to your family about it. This could be a conversation starter, the topic we're talking about. And you could even add, you can make your own little podcast in real life in a sense. You don't need to have the microphone in front of you, but at least having a discussion with your family or your friends. We kind of want to spark that. We want to spark conversation to people. We want to spark new ideas in your mind. People don't happen. We want you to become a better person. We want you to go out there and get what the fuck you want to get. This is for both of us. This isn't just for us. People tend to look at things like, oh, they're just doing it for themselves. It's
because we're in a selfish society.
Exactly.
So most people, they think for themselves, which in some cases you do have to, but this is for this is a podcast is entertainment. You know what I mean? We get entertainment from doing it, but the purpose is to have someone else enjoy it.
When you watch a movie, you fucking overpaying for that shit for $12 for a fucking ticket or whatever. The movie's getting paid, but at the same time you're enjoying it. It's the same thing in a sense.
We're just not getting paid.
Yeah, at this point we're doing this shit for free,
And that's why I feel like people don't anybody they know that's doing whatever, that's following something they want to do. I feel like we keep, you just said earlier, and I said it before, they don't see the process, they see the outcome. Mm-hmm. They don't see what we're doing, what it I'm not even saying a podcast is hard, but we definitely go out of our way, you know. We
Yeah.
talk about it. We have to send like a bunch of texts. We have to like discuss when we're gonna, you know. There's more to it than just meeting up, you know.
Of course.
I feel like people, and the thing about this, like everything we say, none of it's scripted. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people have recommended we do scripts, but like that's not natural. You just gotta talk. Like not everything you're listening to, we haven't written down.
Like we're not a
we
fucking...
just talked. We just decided to do a topic, and now we're talking about it. You know what I mean? Everything's just it's a natural flow.
It's off the dome, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why sometimes we have a little mess up, but you know, everything.
We're not perfect. Like how you guys, you know, see society like it's all perfect, or you think things are perfect. It's not that way at all. We're not no fucking newscast. We're not reading shit off a fucking screen, and we're not trying to dictate, you know, how you should think and shit like that. We're just trying to introduce new ideas for you to possibly agree with or disagree with. Like we said, it's a conversation. Not everything we say is right, potentially. We try to be right because we're trying to be the best person we can be.
Yeah.
And we want you to be the best person you could be.
That's why you can't be the best person in someone else's ocean. That's why we keep saying, don't be the wave in someone's ocean. I feel like the act of being like what we're saying a sheep, it goes to like, I feel like it's beyond that person. I feel like it's just everything you do in life and who you become and what you're destined to, not who you're destined to be, but like every decision you make, it all comes down to who you're with, who you surround yourself with. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I feel like if the person you're with trying to follow the wave, then that leads to you. Then that leads to the person you're with. Then who's he with and she with? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I just feel like people. It's very. I think when you're riding a wave, it's hard to realize you're riding a wave. You know what I mean? When
potentially, I guess I don't know.
It may be easy for us, but you have to think that everyone thinks like you. You know, everyone's. I'm Joel, you're Kane, but somewhere out there, someone is Kevin. You know, like there's random things that that no one's the same is what I'm like saying. You know what I mean?
Like in a sense, I guess brainwashing is being happened.
It is.
I'm telling you. Brainwashing in a sense, like
everything we do is. I don't know. Everyone's judgment is always going to be altered. Yeah. But it just depends, I guess, how much you let it alter you.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I just can't. Like I say, I'm the type of person. If I don't fuck with it, I'm staying the fuck away from it. Simple as that. I have my mind on my own, and I want you to have your mind on your own.
Yeah, and I feel like another issue is that people keep comparing themselves to like people who have already made it, so they try to do what they did to make it, but it's just not. It doesn't work that way. You can't do what someone else did and expect the same result because people see the bullshit. Like people see who copies and who doesn't. You know? Yeah,
definitely. You just gotta, like I said, you gotta be your own person. Once you do that, you have essentially something new to offer to the table, and people can recognize that. And then, eventually you might, people want to start building your fan base or wherever the fuck you need. Start getting that cloud up like you niggas want. And I don't know, it's just positive steps forward from there. Like nothing's gonna happen overnight. You gotta recognize that too. Patience is very important to the process.
Rome wasn't built in one day.
Exactly. Like your greatness will be recognized eventually. Just keep doing what the fuck you doing. That's all you gotta do. If you really, I don't keep learning about whatever field you're trying to get into, and build off that. Connect with different people and continue to build off that. That's a very important thing in success is networking.
Or when you talk to someone too, like they're gonna tell you advice that got them to where they are, but they're not gonna tell you what they could have done to be higher. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they don't want you to be higher than them. You gotta figure that out. Like when you go to like someone for advice, you gotta listen. You listen to what they say, but you gotta also keep in the back of your mind. All right, what didn't they do that they could have done better, or that they could have done in general that could have made them advance?
Well, most people I think that find success, I would say, is they kind of found their own way. So I guess in a sense they kind of want you to find your own way too. You're not gonna get all the answers. If you're getting all the answers, then what the fuck you really working for? Yeah. You kind of got to do everything yourself, build that work ethic up.
Yeah, everything's a learning. That's what life is, learning. And I feel like once you realize that...
You should never stop learning.
Yeah. Once you learn, first of all, once you get to learn who you are, and then you get to learn like ways to make who you are like pop out more, stand out more, I guess.
Yeah.
That's when success happens, and that's when you like you're not a sheep anymore. You're your own person.
Well, I guess going back to what we were saying earlier is like, how do you know someone's a sheep? I guess it's also because I know who I am, and when you know exactly who you are, you can kind of figure out who that other person is. Because like, even though we may be different, at the end of the day, we're also human beings, and we all kind of want the same things in life and shit like that. So we kind of, I don't know, you can catch the vibe off that person. It's interesting how life works sometimes, and it's pretty cool, like, how we can figure shit out. Like, we always can figure out how someone is or why they're doing certain things like that. It's just what you're blinded by or how you perceive shit is what will fuck you up. And
I feel like it's just easier, though. I think it's easier, though, just to act how people want you to act. It's just easier. You don't have to hear people complain. You don't have to hear... people don't judge you as hard. I think it's just easier, and that's what people are afraid of. They're afraid of the minimal, like, negatives that come with being yourself rather than the positives that really outweigh them, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's just the way society works.
Yeah.
That's what we've been taught is normal, and that's just how it's going to continue to be for a long time.
Like,
realistically.
I don't give a fuck about society at all. Like, I just do me, and I kind of want to, when I have my kids wherever the fuck, I want to treat them the same way. Like, I don't want them to be influenced by society, and I will bring them up correctly to kind of be who the fuck they want to be, because when you have a child trying to fit in, they go through a lot of pain because of that shit. You niggas could probably relate to just trying to having to fit in as a young person and not being accepted. But I don't know, like I said, there's a lot more to life and shit like that. Like, you can't live your life correctly, enjoy life correctly if you're trying to fit in, because you're just gonna be let down, or you're just laying down yourself and your family. And
that's the biggest part. People don't realize trying to fit in, you're doing more damage to yourself than anybody.
You're gonna have your brain all fucked up mentally, and then that's why I feel like some people eventually turn to the drugs and alcohol, because then they're trying to suppress exactly what's going on in their brain instead of solving the actual issue. That's why the safest way to fucking have a very, healthy life, have healthy people around you and shit like that is,
all about the vibes.
It's all about being yourself and not succumbing to all that bullshit. Simple shit.
Simple shit.
Either you make it hard, or people around you make it hard. And if people around you are making them hard for you to be who the fuck you are, or you're doing what you want to do, give them the scissors and slice them. Cut that bitch off.
We are Scissor Gang 2018, 2019, and eternity.
And if it's your fam, I'm very sorry for that. But there's always ways around it. Just avoid that person. Just let them know what's up.
Family's the hardest on you.
Yeah.
Realistically, they are.
They are. Like, there's always some steps to, handle the situation correctly. It may be hard, but there's always some correct steps. Do some Google research. Ask niggas some questions. Ask us questions. We may have the answers. The answers are somewhere out there in this world. You just gotta find that shit. Shit, if we could fucking make it a space, even though we probably don't even belong there, then you could definitely get some answers. You just gotta put everything in perspective.
Perspective is key.
They say anything's possible. So, get what the fuck you want. Don't be a sheep.
Don't be the wave in someone's ocean.
Achieve the GOAT status. Bah. Got that shit out.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is Straight to the Point Podcast, episode 8. Thank you for tuning in with your boy Young Cupid.
And we out.